Hey everyone, this is my 9th Your Toy Box unboxing. Now when I originally filmed this, I was in the process of uploading it, and I guess the video got corrupted. So unfortunately the element of surprise is gone now, because I've already opened this box and had it for a few days now. Now I'm reshooting this video. So I'm just going to show you all the figures that I got at once, and here we go. So just run through each figure one by one, and I'll actually just kind of explain why this is probably my least favorite box out of the 9 so far. I mean, it also could have to do with the fact that box 8 was my favorite box, so it had a lot to kind of live up to, but yeah, like I said, I'll just go through each one and I'll explain why. This first item is Dragon Ball Z figure. This is Krillin from the end of the Dragon Ball Z series. Normally, if you know anything about DBZ, Krillin doesn't have any hair, but he ended up growing it out right at the end of the series, so most stuff you see of him will not look like this, but this is in fact him. I believe on the baggie it said Gohan. So I mean, even Trevor was confused, but this is an official product. You can just see the markings there on the back. Just unfortunately, I did already have that already. That was the only downside. I don't have a whole lot of Dragon Ball Z stuff, so it was a little unfortunate to finally get something and you already have it, but beggars really can't be choosers, right? I'm happy that he at least sent something DBZ. This next one, I don't have anything that's a flying Goomba, so I'm okay with this one. However, in terms of the value of the box, this can't count towards it, because I'm pretty sure at least that this is a Chinese knockoff, even though if you look on the bottom, it does, let me get that to focus. It does say, sorry, it's upside down. It does say 2007 Nintendo, but just for comparison's sake, this is a Goomba that I ordered with a few other figures straight from China. It's a knockoff, I know all about it. And if you look at the bottom of this one, it's a little more smudged, but it has the same 2007 Nintendo made in China, same markings and everything. So that leads me to believe that this is probably a knockoff too. The other sign that this is probably a knockoff is the paint job. This now is an actual official Nintendo figure, and you can see the brown is way lighter, and that's usually a telltale sign that you've got a knockoff when the paint scheme is a little off, but at least it's a figure I didn't have. It just, like I said, it adds zero value to the box because it is just a fake item. This next one, a little DBZ figure, I want to think this is also from China as well. This is a figure of Majin Buu. Paint job isn't too bad. The colors are all right and everything, but usually when you get small Dragon Ball Z figures like this, they tend to be knockoffs, so there's that. And I'm hoping that his little tiny itty bitty legs will keep him standing up, but at least he stands up now. This figure is actually from Tomy, though. This is a Kingler figure from Pokemon. So this is official. You can tell usually too when you're holding it. Like, this quality on this figure feels a lot better than something like this, where you can kind of feel the cheapness of the plastic, whereas this has a little more heft to it. So that's a figure I didn't have. I don't think I have anything for Kingler or Krabby for that matter, so happy with that one. Next up we had this Luigi kart figure. I don't know what line it's from because all it says on the bottom is pull speed, but that kind of gives it away that this car does kind of move on its own. It's got that pullback feature, so that was cool. I don't really have anything Luigi in a cart. Usually you get Mario or Yoshi in the cart stuff, cart toys, so it was nice to get Luigi. The only other thing Luigi at least that I have, are the ones that were like the McDonald's figures like this. This is the only other cart figure I had, but those are really easy to acquire, whereas I've never seen anything like that, so I'm happy with that figure. Third Dragon Ball Z item is this figure of Piccolo. Kind of believe that since there was no markings anywhere on this one, I'm kind of believing this is also something that came from China. I mean, everything technically comes from China anyways, generally with toys, but this one, since there was no markings, I'm thinking it wasn't an official North American release or anything. It's just a cheap figure. But I really like Piccolo, so this one I'm happy about, but again, it really doesn't add any value to the box. And now I'm at 3 items here where at least I believe they're not technically official, so kind of goes towards why I was a little disappointed with this box. Next up we have a Crash Dummy. If you've seen any of my other videos, you know I'm really happy to get Crash Dummies. The downside to this one though is that he actually sent me this exact figure in box 4. This is Bull from Crash Dummies, and that one was in a lot nicer shape, I believe. It might have actually, now that I think about it, this might have been the figure that had a little bit of, I think one of the feet was chewed by a dog or some kind of animal, or maybe it was even a kid, who knows. So maybe it wasn't in that great of shape, but this one is, you can see like how bright the paint is here and here, but then it gets really dull on the arms and legs. Probably just due to the fact that it was made with a different type of plastic, but and the sticker on the back's missing, which is unfortunate, and his legs are not supposed to bow out like that. I at first thought they were just on the wrong side, but that is the correct leg on each side, so I'm not sure what happened there, just some warping on the figure. So at least I'm happy always to get Crash Dummies, but it was just a little disappointing that I'd already gotten that figure, and this one was in kind of poor shape. And then the last item was this N64 game, Kobe Bryant in NBA courtside. This was just disappointing because it's just a really common sports title. Very little value on that. I don't think I actually had it, so it's nice to have a new game to add to the collection, but that wasn't something that was ever going to give me trouble in terms of acquiring. That will always be $5 or less no matter what. So all in all, I think I was just mainly disappointed with what I got for the $25 I spent. I really can't imagine this was anywhere near $25, whereas the other boxes I've gotten are generally right around 25, and I've had some that are even more, so I can't really complain too much. I've been really happy with this box so far up until this point, so it kind of hurt that it was so far in that I finally got a box that was a bit of a dud. But next month is going to be box 10, which means I get the big box, which should be anywhere from 3 to 4 times the size of the normal box that you get, and you usually get big figures in that one, so I'm really hoping for the best on that. I don't have a whole lot of big figure kind of items for the stuff that I like, the stuff that's on my list, so I'm really hoping I get some cool and interesting items next month, which at this point isn't too far away. It's only going to be a couple weeks before I can get that box, and I'll shoot a video for that and upload it. So yeah, anyways, thanks for watching, and apologies again that I ruined the element of surprise in opening this box. It's one of my favorite parts of doing these videos, is that I get to show you how surprised I am at certain items, but didn't get to do that this time. But anyways, please leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Do you agree that this box was, maybe on the weaker side of things? Especially if you've seen my other videos, you probably would agree that. But let me know. Maybe you like it. Maybe you wish you could have gotten some of these items in your own box. But anyways, thanks for watching. Have a good one.